Hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today, it's time for a whip and chatty rant. What is a whip and chatty rant? You may be asking yourself. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on in my life for the last week. So if you want to pull out something crafty, that would be great. If you are using this as a podcast and you're just going to do something, adulty, that's cool too. I don't judge. I am currently working on this diamond painting. It is called Vintage Reindeer Forest, and it is from Calming Canvas Designs. I have not put any drills down, so this is the first time I am putting any diamonds on it. It is a 45 by 60, and I am doing it for the Love for All Seasons event on Facebook. I will have a link down below. It seems pretty chill, which is, is my speed. There's no, you don't have to start. Can't talk. You don't have to have a new start. You don't have to finish. You just got to make a little bit of progress. So I think I can do that. So that is what I am working on. Seriously, so cute. So I'm gonna be right here. So it's gonna be some little florals down there. Let's see, I am using my Harvest Gold small Bella Art Nicole tray and my pen from Jim's Pen Shop on Etsy as I stick it to the canvas. I still have Alien Putty going strong in my pen. And I have my release papers from Lona's Designs, and that will also be in the link below. It'll be in the link below. It'll be in the description box below. And there is a 10% off coupon for the release papers. And I am a Calming Canvas Designs affiliate, so if you use my link, you can help the channel out a little bit, and I will just turn around and buy more diamond paintings with it. Let's be real. But they actually are having a sale right now. Buy two, get one free. So I do have a coupon code, but obviously use the buy two, get one free. I'll show you what I've been eyeing a little bit later. But first, let me pick out a diamond color and let's get to talking. All right, we're going to use the little slash. I am really hoping these still don't have static. I have one painting and I was finishing it up, and there it was static in the drills at the very end. And I'm like, what the what? That is not okay. I don't need staticky drills when I'm trying to kit something down. Absolutely not. All right, here we go. Let me put a few down, and then we will, get to talking. So I have my new logo, guys. I got it. I'm going to show it to you. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I chose what I chose. Because I just can't, I can't just be like, here it is, and not have a story involved. Because that's just not who I am. I am moving. I keep forgetting I need to put something down when I'm, that's sliding all over the place. Because this canvas weighs nothing because there's no diamonds on it yet. Oh, it's going to be one of those. All right. So new logo. Number one, my old logo, it was not symmetrical. So there is a circle involved. Oops, got a little bit of putty on there. And then there's the channel name. But the words weren't even on the sides of the circle. So no matter what I did, it never was right in a circle. So when you have it as your profile picture, it never lined up right. And it shouldn't bother me, but it did. And of course, when I originally had it designed, I wasn't, I didn't really read the description box. So you only get a certain amount of, edits. And then I kind of figured, well, that was my bad because I didn't check to make sure it was, in fact, symmetrical and all that. So, and then I decided because of, it's a new year, fresh starts, all those things, I wanted something a little different. I wanted it to be a little bit cuter, and I wanted something that had a little bit more meaning, like, because I wouldn't have a channel without all of you guys. I've received so much, you know, love and support since I started my channel, and I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. I'm not good at expressing my feelings sometimes, but I really do appreciate it. So I keep saying, I'm sorry. It's just going to keep happening. So just ignore it. I decided, whoa, my gosh, this is moving all over. This is going to be a mess. What did I decide? What am I even trying to say? There was a moment, where I wanted to just delete my channel. And I was like, you know what? This is not what I signed up for. This was supposed to be fun. And this is not fun. This is stressful, and it's giving me anxiety, and I don't like this. You know, I have enough things in my life that bring me anxiety. I don't need something, you know, a hobby, basically, to bring me anxiety. That's the opposite of what we all are, you know, diamond painting for, right? But my husband brought up a very good point. I hate when he does that, because then he, you know, gets all smug about it. And he said, you know, it looks like you know, people watching your channel and interacting with you have, you know, from reading the comments, it sounds like people really identify with you, and they tune in to, you know, help not think about their own stresses and anxieties and, you know, whatevers. And he's like, so if you delete your channel, you're, you know, it's not that you're letting people down, because, you know, it's not about that at all. He's like, but you're helping more people than you probably realize. You're having a positive impact on more people than you realize. So I took that to heart, and I was like, you know what? I will try. You know, I'm going to try. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't delete everything and, you know, go into my hermit shell of anxiety, because that's what I normally do, you know, but I gotta adult and not do those things. And one thing, you know, that, you know, my family makes fun of me for, because when I was first trying to, you know, start a channel, I'm like, I gotta say something kind of consistent every time I start a video, right? Like, because, you know, you don't want to be all over the place. I mean, I'm all over the place anyways, but at least maybe with the opening. And I'm like 8 minutes in, and I haven't even shown you the new logo yet. And I came up with the crafty peeps, right? Because I would call people, you know, my peeps, and I figured, well, oh my gosh, this is moving. You know, you guys are my crafty peeps. You're my peeps, but you're my crafty peeps. And so that's where the crafty peep thing, you know, came to be. And so I wanted to incorporate something like that, because, you know, you guys are an important part of the channel. So without further ado, I'm going to magically make the new logo appear on the screen. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. So it should be there. So this is my new logo. Now, you're going to be looking at it and go, I'm sorry, are you getting into like farming, or are you getting some chickens or something? What's going on? And no, I do not want farm animals. I have a hard enough time taking care of, you know, the humans and the 2 cats I have. I wanted to incorporate a crafty peep. So this is Pippi, the crafty peep. So she is my new mascot, if you will. And yeah, so that's the new logo. So no, I am not getting into farming. It's going to be the same sarcastic comments and content, you know, just a different logo. So I hope you guys like it. If you don't like it, you know, too bad, because I'm not changing it. But I put a link below to the Etsy shop that I worked with. Very, very, very lovely shop. And I was, you know, picky, because obviously. I wasn't overly picky last time, so I was going to be picky this time. And I think she turned out pretty darn cute, guys, if I do say so myself. So I've got big things planned for her. Obviously not right this moment, but we're working on some stuff behind the scenes. So I have a bit of putty right there. I can see it, but I can't get it. So give me a sec. Yes, so that is one major update. So going forward, I will have my new logo on all my socials and my videos and all that. And on Monday, what day was it? The 5th? I think it's the 5th. I don't know, guys. I don't know dates. I will have part 1 of 2 of how to get started on a cross-stitch conversion video. So I have been working behind the scenes on that as well, trying to, think of every possible potential thing that you have to take into consideration or plan or purchase or, think about. I'm sure I forgot something. Actually, I know I may have forgotten a few things that I wrote down that I didn't actually mention. Hopefully nobody notices. But I'm really excited. I had to do a lot of editing on that video, and I figured out how to record from my computer and talk while I'm looking on the computer. So that was interesting. But the volume may be off a little bit on that part, so please be kind. I've never done that before. And hang on, I gotta find the next color. I don't know where any of these colors are because I've never done this painting yet. But so far, so good. So that will be coming out. Part 1 will be coming out on Monday. And then part 2 will be coming out on Wednesday. Wait, which one is this? This is the 3 circles. Okay. 3 circles. Where I just saw... There you go. 2 down there. What else? I did finish, what's it called? Wanna Play by Diamond Painting Fanatics. I'm not sure when I'm going to kit that down because I already have a kit down video scheduled for next week, I think, as well. Maybe it's this week. I don't even know, guys. The conversion video took up a lot of time, and I wanted to get it out as soon as possible because I know a lot of people have questions. So that was my priority. Oops, those are stuck together. You go in the little trashy tray. So those were my priorities, and now I can work on some of the other videos that I have. I do have the art dot videos. I only have one more left to do, guys. One more. I'm gonna be so done with that project. I'm done with it mentally already, and I'm not, physically done with it, but yeah. Now I feel like I need to do some smaller conversion projects to use up some of these diamonds, because I don't know if I would want to use the art dots on a really big conversion, because they are not very uniform in size. I mean, they're not bad, but I definitely have some popping drills on the canvas that I was working on them on. And that's all I can think is that they're not uniform. But if I do like a little one, because I did find some patterns on the stitch patterns that are like little florally things. And it says that measured, it's like 5 by 7 inches finished when it's cross-stitched, obviously. And then I did put one into Pattern Keeper, and it's showing that it's like 80 diamonds across. No, not 80. Yeah, 80 diamonds across by 100 down. So not super, super big. And so I definitely could use up some of those art dots on those, but I would need to get a canvas. I don't have a canvas that I can potentially work on those on yet, but I got enough projects going. I did start Trinity of Peace because it's in my Elizabeth wards and I want them back, but holy row of brown. It is so brown. Oh, I'm almost done with one row, and then I'm gonna put it up and work on something else for a row. So it's kind of seemingly what I've been doing. So I hope I can finish something at some point. Because if I keep doing things like that, it's gonna take me forever. I mean, and I know it's not a race, blah blah blah, all that junk, but you know, still, I like to finish things. That's why I have not started any giant diamond paintings, because I mean, this is 45 by 60, so this is I think this is the biggest one I have right now. Wait, no, I think Layers of Ocean Magic is 45 by 60 as well, and that one is a lot of confetti. But it's still over on the table, waiting for its turn on the rotation. And speaking of Calming Canvas Designs, they released some smaller diamond paintings, and they look very similar to, you know, the Diamond Art Club ones they just did, right? But where I feel like they are going to go above and beyond the Diamond Art Club ones is that they are not just like color blocked, you know, cartoony images. They have, I mean, they're kind of cartoony, yes, but they're not the color block, you know, one color background and that kind of stuff. I will put a few pictures up on the screen. Look at me, I'm just making so much work for myself to edit later. So there's a few that are like kind of, you know, just kind of like cartoon animals, but you know, I don't know how many colors they have. And then there's several that are very almost Lisa Frankish, like they're giving me the Lisa Frank vibes with the bright colored animals, and I mean, oh, they're so cute. And the best part is with Calming Canvas, right, is that it comes in round or square, which, you know, I prefer squares, and so having the option to get a smaller diamond painting in a square is kind of cool, and you get to pick the size. So they have 20, it goes from 20 by 20 to 30 by 30 to 40 by 40, and then 50 by 50, I think, is the largest size. Maybe it's 40 by 40. I think it's 50 by 50 though. I did look this morning. Can I remember? No. And I think the 20 by 20 or the 30 by 30 is like maybe $24, which compared to the, you know, the Diamond Art Club ones, that's about on par. I would be more likely to buy one of those than maybe the Paint Gem Minis, because then it's, I don't know, it's a full diamond painting. It's not a partial. So I think that's where I have the Paint Gem hang up, is just, it's the fact that it's partial. But I will, yes, I will have a link below. I really don't need any diamond paintings, guys. Like, I really don't. Because I got one from Bella Art Diamonds. The FedEx man literally just left my house with two from Pam Diamond Paintings. Yeah, so I don't need any more. But, you know, I'm sorry. I keep moving this around. Someday I'm going to remember to tape this to my table when I work on it, but today is not that day, because if I get up, then my phone will turn off and blah, blah, blah. So I think that's it for diamond painting news. That was a lot of diamond painting news, guys. Woof. I'm exhausted already. I didn't even, like, mention earlier, you know, that, you know, I hope everyone is doing well, obviously. I always hope you guys are doing well. So if I don't say it, I do mean it. I'm not good with remembering everything. Even when I have notes, I still don't remember these things. Come on, you. Get in there. Let's see. So what else did we do this week? Grocery store day, as usual, on Monday. So my kids didn't have school on Monday because it's like the end of the school semester, all that jazz. I was the only one in the family that remembered there was no school on Monday. So I could have had some fun with people on Monday morning and been like, come on, hurry up, we got to get up. Or if they slept in, I could be like, oh my gosh, you're going to be late. But no, I didn't do that because I wanted to try to sleep in too. But yeah, nobody else remembered. I'm like, how do any of you people function? How? I don't understand. So new semesters and all that jazz. Whew. And let's see. Oh, yes. And then Tuesday, I had to take my cats in for their yearly checkup. And I was a little freaked out because I didn't get a reminder call. They reminder called me like 2 weeks ago to say, hey, you know, we know Duncan and Sharky normally see this doctor, but that doctor's not going to be here. So, you know, you're scheduled with this doctor. If you have a problem with that, you know, call. And I was like, I don't care which doctor I see, you know. I haven't, ooh, I keep putting my hand right there. I haven't formed like really connections with the doctors enough to, I don't know them personally because we got our cats, you know, during COVID times. So, I mean, we didn't like get to really go in with the doctor when they did a checkup for a while. And so I'm like, whoever is available at the time I need them to be available at is who I want to see. So we walk in and luckily they were like, oh yeah, you know, and I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because that would have been awful to, you know, pack up the cats, strap them in the car. And then of course, because they'd never leave the house, they were very vocal in the car. I kept trying to record a video, but every time I would try to record, it would they would stop meowing, and I'm like, really? Come on, guys. But they were very unhappy with me, and so yeah, it was a loud car ride. I mean, and thank goodness it's not that far, because I don't know if I could have taken like an hour car ride with 2 cats yowling and yodeling. It'd have been a little much. So we got in there and, you know, dryer sheets, you know, they took us back, and as soon as we walk in, because I never remember how much things cost. I mean, granted, everything costs more nowadays anyways. So even if I remembered how much it cost last time, it's going to be more. And so before, you know, she even did anything, like took their weight or let me take them out of the carrier, she's like, you know, and I just want you to know that it's, you know, for the office visit, it's $104. And then she kind of paused and she said, per cat. And I'm like, per cat? Seriously? $104? I swear the last year when we were there, it was like $80. And I was like, what? That's a lot of money for you literally to weigh my cat, to look at his gums and to, like, you know, feel his butt glands, like. So, you know, I caught up with my shock, and I'm like, oh, okay. And so let me know, guys, is that how much it is to see a vet? Or, I mean, am I just getting like ripped off? Because I texted my husband and he's like, we need to find a new vet's office. That's ridiculous. I mean, problem with our vet, and I don't know if this is a thing with all vets or maybe it's just our area, but if we think our cats are sick or something, it takes about a week to get an appointment for them, which, I mean, if they were really, really sick, you know, they could die. Like our one cat, Sharky, he had urine crystals and was acting really weird, and we could not find a vet to take him to in our area because nobody had any appointments for days. And if we would have waited, he would have died. So we did find like kind of an emergency vet that could see him, but that was like, you know, $2,000. So yeah, so $104 per cat. They, you know, weigh them and like, oh, they look so good. You know, they're doing great. You know, I have no concerns. You know, they're not overweight, but they probably shouldn't gain any more weight. And then she mentioned that, you know, we really should be brushing the cat's teeth. And I'm like, I don't really know how to do that. And, you know, then she said, you know, I do recommend that, you know, the one cat gets his teeth cleaned. So, you know, do you want a quote? And I was like, sure. I was not prepared. I was not prepared. I should have known when it was $104 for, one cat. So $208 for 2 cats. Luckily there was, I think that's with sales tax added, because we have Washington state sales tax, which is 10%. So, I mean, it's, that adds more money as well. So she came in and she has this piece of paper and she's pointing at all these line items and these numbers, and all I can see is the number at the bottom. Now, it's not just one number, it's a range of numbers. So it's like, for example, if someone says, yeah, it's going to be between $100 and $200. Yeah, no, but it was a high number, guys. It was so high. I don't even know what she said to me, because my brain was staring at that number and it was saying, well, there were swear words involved, but it was along the lines of like, oh, hell no. So they're estimating that he might need an extraction or 2, that he's going to have x-rays, that they're going to have to put him under, which I get, those are all like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He doesn't need blood, or no, it wasn't blood work. He doesn't need blood work, and because he's young. And I was like, well, that's good, because that saves us $500 at least. But this total, it was between $1,500 and $1,900, and that was the estimate. And I was like, oh, trying not to eyebulge and literally crap myself in the vet's office. I mean, for how much I paid, they should probably clean that up for me. She's like, well, you can go home and think about it. And I'm like, well, that's good. But they are booked 3 to 4 months out in advance. So if we want to do it, then we should definitely call and get on the schedule. And I was like, oh, okay. I got home and I told my husband, and he's like, what the hell are they going to do to him? I mean, are they going to, give him a massage and a manicure and then take him out to dinner afterwards? What the heck? So, needless to say, I bought, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm bouncing all over the place with this canvas. I bought some kitty toothbrushes on Amazon and some toys that are supposed to help clean their teeth because they chew on it, maybe. Yeah. So, I will be in the market for a new vet's office, because I can't imagine that is how much stuff really costs. I mean, holy moly. Oh my gosh. I'm still in shock over it. And I'm not, I love my animals. Don't get me wrong, but, I had cats for 15, 20 years. Well, maybe not 20. When I was a kid, we lived by the woods, and cats didn't really last more than 10 years, because they would go outside and then they would just not come back because they would get eaten by a coyote or a cougar or a mountain lion or something. But yeah, no, we never, hell, we didn't even bring the cats to the vet when I was a kid. I don't remember ever going to the vet's office. But oh my gosh. Whew. Yeah, that was a lot. And I'm not saying that it's obviously I want my animals to have quality care. And maybe that's just how much it costs to go to the vet now. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me know, guys. How much does it cost to take your animals to the vet? Because maybe I'm getting off cheap. All I know is these cats better be extra healthy. I'm gonna have to put them on a diet and exercise regimen, because I can't be affording any surgeries and teeth cleanings and all that stuff. That's a mortgage payment. $1,900? I don't know what that is breakdown per minute. I don't know how long the dental cleaning is, but that's got to be high. I think I did the breakdown for the 30-minute vet appointment that I had, and it was almost $10 a minute. And I'm like, that's cheap. That's more expensive than when you would call Miss Cleo to get your psychic reading, or, you know, one of those other adult numbers. Not that I ever called one either, any of those, because, yeah. But still. Whew. Yeah. And then after I get home from the vet's office, I open up the car insurance statements, and I'm like, our car insurance went up like $60-$70 not a quarter, a billing period. So the billing period is every 6 months for both cars. And I'm like, so now I'm paying $150 more every 6 months for car insurance. But we haven't gotten any tickets. We haven't gotten into any accidents or anything. It's just everything's more expensive. Like, how is this possible? I know I'm missing like letters, so just pretend like you don't see them. When I sit at my table, I tend to like shadow. The diamonds will leave shadows on the other diamonds, so I always miss some. And I'm okay with it. Yep, I see one right there. I'm not going back. There's quite a bit of confetti in this little section, so I'll catch it next time. All right, what color do we want to do? Let's do the K. Let's do the K. All right. I have not worked on my conversion since my last video. I have not had time, but I am hoping to pull it out next week. I think I'm going to have maybe a longer conversion video go up next weekend for like Super Bowl Sunday weekend, because why not? So you have a little something. Oh my gosh, seriously, a little something extra to maybe watch if you don't want to watch football, or, you know, whatever. I would try to take a nap during the Super Bowl, but everybody around us thinks that any kind of sports ball games are like the perfect time to, you know, blow up something or shoot their guns in the air or whatever. And people were like, oh my gosh, that's not guns. Those are just fireworks. It's like, yeah, sometimes I do think that there are some guns, because guns and fireworks sound different. But I will not be going outside and lighting or shooting anything off, because I am a law-abiding citizen. Plus, we have a lot of farm animals around us, and so I don't need to be causing anybody, you know, to have their animals get panicked and hurt and have to pay for an emergency vet to come out to their house because their like horse is injured. And like, ooh, I can't even imagine how much that is to make a house call, an emergency house call. Holy moly. My tray is stuck to my canvas, but you know what? It's okay. We're just going to keep going. Ugh. Trying not to move the canvas. Oops, got a little, I overfilled my putty just a little bit on the side, so I'm having a little bit of a spillage, but it's okay. So we went from, we had, was it 2-3 weeks ago? I don't even remember. Our weather was crazy, and we were getting like 20 degrees, you know, then it was kind of back up to the 30s. And this week we had one day it was 60 degrees. And I'm like, what the heck? That is not common for us. I mean, we normally don't get the 20-degree days like we did, but 60 degrees is a little warm for our area. And the last few nights, I was sitting and I was doing some diamond painting, and I was like looking for a new video to watch on YouTube because, you know, and I paused and I was like, what is that noise? And I could not put my finger on what it was because it's a familiar noise. But I'm like, what is that? And then it hit me. It was the sound of frogs. Because we have it's like a retaining pond basically in our backyard. the previous owners decided they wanted a pond, so they just dug a hole in the ground. Yeah. But there's lots of wetlands around us because we're in a very marshy area. And I could hear the frogs. And we have all the windows closed, guys. Like, I don't have any windows open. It's freaking winter. Why would I have windows open? And I could hear the frogs. And it was a lot of frogs. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I can hear the frogs. And then I was like, wait a minute. Isn't that not, like, aren't the frogs supposed to... And again, I'm not an animal expert, but I feel like, aren't they supposed to wait till maybe spring? Or, you know, wait till it's not frozen outside? Because I thought that would be, isn't that bad for them? I mean, I don't know if that can, if they come up or they start socializing, you know, before it's time, like, do they die? I don't know. Again, I'm no frog expert, but I do know that it seems like it's too early for frogs. So I hope they don't die, because that would be sad. It's normally in, like, you know, spring and summer. It is just frog central in our area. You could be driving down the road and you can hear the frogs croaking and making all sorts of noises, like over the sound of your, you know, car engine even. So, thoughts and prayers for the frogs. I hope they're still okay, because it is, I mean, we're still going to get freezing weather. It's not quite early enough for us to be out of that danger. Usually we get stuff around, you know, February, March, sometimes even April. Not usually, but sometimes. Our weather is very unpredictable around here. They said that, I read something and it said that they like to train meteorologists with Washington weather because it is so unpredictable, and we have so many different, like, of the different not climate zones, but just all the different things that can impact the weather. We have them all. We have, you know, lowlands, we have mountains, we have, you know, flat areas, we have kind of rainforesty areas, we have snow areas. Like, we're just, yeah, we're a very diverse landscape, I guess you could say. All right, let's see. We got, so I'm sure there are more teas on here. Yeah, I got my power bill. It was $300 from last month. I was like, holy mother. Time for people to wear some more layers around the house, because that's a bit much. Well, and it sucks because they start charging you more for power too, which I don't think is fair, but nobody asked me. And if the power company did ask me, they wouldn't like what I have to say. So I feel like when I did these, I didn't actually put the dryer sheets in. I just kind of put them on top. Or no, maybe I put them in after the fact because they were so staticky. I don't remember. That was like a week or two ago. I don't remember that. All right. We got little A's, little A's, little A's. Yeah, so let me know what you're working on if you want to. Obviously, no pressure. I know some people are just workers and lurkers, which I understand. I also work and lurk, but I do try to comment on people's stuff, just to, or at least give them an emoji or something, just because I know it's supposed to help with YouTube recommending videos. But again, I don't know, because I haven't actually done a lot of research on how that kind of stuff works, because I don't want to spend my free time doing that, guys. I want to spend it, you know, diamond painting or napping. So I'm just going by what other people say. Here's Mr. Little A. Okay, I know normally I try to find symbols that stick out to me. So like, I probably should have went with this darker symbol because it's catching my eye more than anything else, but I was worried about that much color blocking. But I probably should have done that because I can totally see where I have forgotten other symbols that I've been working on. Oh well, it's fine. They'll be caught up eventually, right? And half the people don't even watch anyways. They're just diamond painting. So I could have like a cheetah run over my painting, and unless I remarked, some of you guys probably wouldn't even know. All right, trying to find all the things. Other than that, it's been a fairly quiet week, I guess, which I am not complaining about. Oh my gosh. I will take quiet and uneventful as much as possible. Although, so my son, he had a little math problem, and he still has not taken his math final, so he has an incomplete right now, which is better than an F. So, you know, I'm glad the teacher was willing to give him more time. And so he got in the car yesterday, and I asked him about something because he has some science thing that he has to do. And he goes, yeah, and I took your advice. And I said, really? Because, you know, if you have kids, you know. And he goes, well, because in their English class, they're working on poetry this year, along with other things. And so they have to do this, I don't know, it's like one time a quarter, they have to pick a poem from, you know, the allowed poems, obviously. And then they have to write a little like short thing about it, and then they have to make a quiz, and then they have to present the poem to the class, and then they have to like hand out the quiz to all the students, and you know, the students have to answer the quiz, blah blah blah. And he goes, well, I took your advice. And I said, about what? Because I give a lot of advice. And he said, well, about the English. So he goes, so I signed up for the poetry thing, and I'm going to present my thing next week. And I was like, what? Because, I mean, that's less than a week to work on something, where he's had a month to work on something and waited until the last minute. I was like, oh, that is not my advice. I did not give you that advice. Don't be telling people I gave out that kind of crappy advice. And he goes, no, that's what you told me to do. And I said, no. Which then just further indicates that nobody listens to me. I was like, I did not tell you to sign up for a project that is going to require you to do something that you put off like for, you know, a month, and then like, you know, force yourself to do and panic about. I'm like, so you have this weekend and Monday, Tuesday, and that's it. And he's like, well, yeah, I just figured I'd get it done. And I was like, oh God. I was like, okay, well, you know, actions, consequences, I guess. But I'm sitting there going, well, great. There goes like me trying to like, you know, do family stuff this weekend. Because he's going to be panic doing this stupid project. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, that is not my advice. See, I missed lines right there. I knew I would. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I'll just do the blue, because then I know there's lots of that down there, and I probably will miss some anyways. Oops, get in there, little dryer sheet. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I guess well, I mean, I don't live in Seattle, so it does technically not affect me, but it is interesting because Seattle has put into a ban where you can't throw batteries or TVs or electronic devices into the trash, which, you know, is good because the batteries that are in them can start fires and, you know, can leach into the water and the soil and all the stuff, right? Which, I mean, we have a service, it's called Ridwell, and they collect different types of plastic and like batteries and light bulbs from you, and they come like every other week, and it's, I don't know, it's like maybe $10 a month or something. So we already have that. But they were saying that, you know, you can get fined if you get caught. And people are like, okay, so what are we supposed to do with our batteries then, right? Because if you're making it illegal, you need to have an easy solution for people. And so they want people to bring them the batteries, not TVs and electronics and stuff, to some of the power or the Seattle Public Utility buildings. There's like 2 of them. So they're going to have like a little drop-off station that you can put your batteries in or whatever. Or because they think everybody's rich, you can pay for a service to come and pick up with a minimum charge of $5. It's like, you really think that people are going to save up their batteries and then pay someone to come and pick their batteries up for them? Yeah, no. I mean, this is a Democratic state, and there are a lot of Democrats, but there are also a lot of Republicans, and I don't see a lot of people who live here willing to do that. Because again, it's like, you're making it more difficult for the people who have to follow these rules to follow the rules. And then they said, well, there might be some drop-off locations, but they don't have a list of where these, you know, magical drop-off, ooh, drill goes everywhere, locations are going to be. I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah. So we're going to make it illegal to put batteries in the garbage. But, you know, people can go steal a cart full of stuff from Home Depot or Walmart or Safeway, and like, nobody can do anything about that. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. I mean, that would be something that I would get in trouble for. Like, I would get caught throwing a battery in the garbage can, and somebody would come and like make an example out of me. Like, I'm sorry, officer. Like, nope, you're going to jail, lady. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Doesn't matter. Ugh. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I think it's good, yes, but then it kind of brings up another, like, kind of question that, you know, pops through my head, because, you know, with the electric cars, for example, well, if it's gonna cost me, you know, this money to recycle tiny batteries, what happens when your electric car battery dies and you have to have that replaced? Because that's got to be expensive, right? Like, I don't have a Tesla or anything like that, so I don't know. But I mean, think about your cell phone battery. How long does your cell phone battery really last before it just barely holds a charge and you have to get a new cell phone? I mean, and a new cell phone is, you know, what, like $1,000, you know, give or take. So if you have to have all the batteries in your, you know, fancy electric car replaced, isn't that going to be really, really, really expensive? And I mean, because, you know, and I don't know how much electric cars are, so, but I feel like if you're going to pay more for an electric car, that, you know, it should last as long as a regular car, right? I don't know, but our state's trying to ban the sale of regular cars. I think it's like 2030, maybe? Like, they're saying that you can't, like, regular people won't be able to buy powdered. Oh, I am all over the place. Sorry, guys. Gas-powered cars. And it's like, okay, but, like, not everybody has $100,000 to drop on an electric car, or however much the electric cars are, but they cost more. I mean, that's just the fact. And because, oh my gosh, if you've, you know, ever seen anything about how they mine the materials for these, you know, rechargeable batteries, it doesn't seem like it's that much more better for the environment than, you know, the gas and all that. Like yes, I think we need we need something different than, besides, you know, maybe oil and gas and all that stuff. But I don't know if the rechargeable vehicles are really the way to go, because those are bad for the environment too. I mean, they require a ton of electricity to charge, and if it takes a ton of natural resources, and if, you know, the people who are mining those things are not being paid, you know, fairly and equitably, you know what I mean, then is that really that much better? I don't know. Because I know that the mining of materials is a very dangerous thing. And usually they use, you know, labor that they can pay practically nothing for. So I don't know if it's a better choice, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess we all should just like live somewhere where we can, you know, walk and bike and all that. But I live in an area where there really isn't very good public transport, and there's no way in hell I'm riding a bike out on the road out there, because somebody would mow me down because nobody pays attention while they're driving. So yeah. Look at me, just ending on a downer again. Good God, man. Okay. Happiness. So let me know what you've purchased lately, please. I've got to stop buying stuff. I can't keep spending money on stuff because I can only hide it for so long. I mean, my husband's really nice. He's, for the most part, he doesn't care as long as, you know, it's not getting excessive. And it hasn't gotten excessive yet. But I don't want to get there and then be completely cut off. Okay, there's that. Okay, I've got a lot. There are a lot of those symbols left, but that's okay. Let's see, anything else that is popping into my brain before I do this? I don't know. I feel like I had all these other things going through my brain, and then it just went. I am not sure. It's like one of those things where as soon as I turn it off, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention this. Yeah. Well, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, you can do that. And if you haven't liked, subscribed, and shared, and hearted, and farted, and did all those things, you can do that too. Oh, throwing my pen. This canvas is so sticky. Oh my gosh. That was trying to hold on to my pen and not let it go. Okay. All right. I am going to call this good for the day. I need to ski diddle daddle and do more boring adulty things like putting in another load of clothes and separating the laundry and all that junk. All that boring stuff. But it's okay. I am grateful that I am able to do those things. That's what I try to tell myself when I'm feeling pissy about all the things I have to do. Try to change the way you word it to yourself of, not that I have to do it, that I get to do it. Oops. So I get to go sort laundry. Look at me. So, all right, I am going to be done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like my new logo. If you don't, you know, just then don't say anything, and just, you can hate it in silence. That's fine. Yes. So stay tuned for the cross-stitch conversion videos coming out very, very soon. And I will have an unboxing next week for, no, the next week, because yeah, next week is already full. Oh my gosh. For Bella Art Diamonds, and then I probably need to kit it up, because, you know, if I unbox something, I feel like I have to kit it up. Yeah. So that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. Even if I don't say how much I appreciate it, I really, 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 really appreciate it. And if I could give you all a big awkward hug in person, I would, but I can't. So it's just going to be a virtual hug right there. See? Hug. Okay? All right, I'm going to go before this gets even weirder. So I'll see you guys next time. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.